This is the plaintiff, Jason Webley. He says he purchased a car and brought it to the defendant's shop to be checked out. The guy hooked it up to his diagnostic machine, and he was told it needed about $1,000 worth of work. About a week later, the car was acting funny, so he brought it back, and this time he was told he needed an additional $2,000 worth of work done to the transmission. The defendant should have told him about the transmission on the first visit, because if he had, he would have returned the car and gotten a new one, and now he can't. He's suing for $1,876.20, the cost of a new transmission. This is the defendant, Dwight Brady. He says the plaintiff claims he didn't properly diagnose his car, and for this reason, he should be responsible for the repair work it needs now. How is anyone supposed to predict the future and know what's going to go bad on a car before it actually happens? Even Houdini couldn't do that. Owe him money because his car broke down? No way. He's accused of a misdiagnosis.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Jason Webley?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, you were suing Dwight Brady and Foreign Tech. You are the owner of Foreign Tech?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, for $1,876.20, a cost of a transmission that you feel he should have diagnosed a problem about, and he didn't. Okay, tell me what happened.
Well, he's a specialist on Honda Acura. October 27th last year, I purchased a 99 Acura from Arrigo. It's a reputable dealership in South Florida. And the next day I brought it over to Mr. Brady to check it out to make sure it's okay.
Why don't you have Mr. Brady check it out before you buy it?
Well, I had 3 days to return it.
Oh, you did? Okay,
yes,
well, that's
yes,
good.
I had time to return it, yes.
All right, so good.
And as a matter of fact, there were some lights on. The engine light, engine check light, ABS, and TCN lights were on the dashboard. That's why I brought it in.
Okay.
Because when I bought the car from Arrigo, they told me it was actually a new transmission.
They told you they had a new transmission?
The transmission was recently replaced, yes.
Okay, did they give you paperwork about that?
No.
Okay.
No, but when I spoke to them about the problem, they actually admitted to me that it was replaced.
Why aren't you suing them? If you're telling me that they misrepresent, are you saying they admitted to you that they told you that it was replaced and it wasn't?
Well,
yeah, we told you it was a new transmission recently rebuilt, but we were full of baloney?
Well, apparently the previous owner told them it was replaced.
Okay,
so
well, if they pass that along to you and that's an incentive for you to buy it, that's going to be on them.
Well,
why are you suing them, or did you sue them? Did you sue them? Did you
I didn't know. I did not sue them. No, I went and I had the car checked. When I started having problems.
Back it up. All right, so you buy the car, you take it to him, and he tells you what's wrong with the car.
He wrote a list down of the problems that was wrong with it.
And how did you diagnose what was wrong with the car?
Well, he came in for an inspection, a diagnostic. He had what's called a pre-purchase inspection, or PPI.
Okay, so how do you do that?
Visual inspection. A part of the inspection is attaching my computer to the car to see if there are any fault codes on the car.
Okay.
There was one fault code for an idle control valve. And we compiled a list of all the things that we found wrong with the car, which came up to $925.
And then you gave him some paperwork.
Gave him the paperwork.
Do you have the paperwork you gave him?
Sure.
Do you have the paperwork he gave you?
Yes.
Let me see it.
I think it's the same. Those were all the things that were wrong with the car at that time.
Okay, and that was on?
October 28th.
October 28th. So $925 worth of stuff, which says idle control valve, front brakes, and something. Let's give him back his copy, the defendant. It says idle control valve, front brakes, and what? Resurface.
Front brakes, resurface the rotors.
Okay.
They need a fuel induction service. The ABS fail-safe relay was on. And there was a possibility that the timing belt needed replacing.
All right. Now, you did not, at the time when you hooked it up to is it the computer that would find a transmission problem, or your visual that would find a transmission problem?
The computer would find it. If there was an issue with the computer, there would be a fault code inside the computer, stored in the computer, stating that there was a transmission problem.
Okay. And so you're telling me you hooked it up to the computer, and you know he hooked it up to the computer, right? Do you?
Oh, yes. You
were there when
yes, I saw when he hooked it up.
And there was no issue with the transmission. All right. So then what happens to you?
I brought the car back to him to have it checked out again. And
when was that?
About a week later, approximately.
Okay. Do you have the paperwork from bringing the car back to him?
Yes.
May I see that?
Can you look at a date on it, Your Honor?
What do you think my plans are? I've been doing this without you all my life.
I'm sorry.
Why would you say a week later when it clearly says that it's a month later?
It's about a month later.
Not about a month. It is a month later. 11/28 versus 10/28.
It might have been a month later, but a week later, a week after that, that's when I started having problems with the car.
So if the repair shop doesn't diagnose it right, and then the transmission blows a month later, is the repair shop on the hook to pay you for repairs?
Yes.
Why?
Yes, because he received the money, but he didn't repair it.
Fair enough, he didn't repair it, but he's saying, look, I can't predict what's going to go wrong with the car. What do you think?
I think you cannot fault someone for not doing, like, if he doesn't know anything about it, you cannot fault him for it. I mean,
but what if he should have known something about it? What if he should have known and he just blew it and didn't see it?
I think he's still not on the hook. I don't think he's responsible for it.
Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
A week after he inspects it, you start having problems with the car. You don't do anything for 3 weeks?
I was talking to the dealership.
Right.
Right. They basically absolved themselves from it because
How'd they do that, though?
They said to me, you had the car checked, your mechanic, plus they know him. You're supposed to be a reputable guy in the neighborhood.
I am reputable, Your Honor.
Okay, and don't talk to each other.
And they said, look, this guy charged you $925 to get repaired.
No, he didn't. He charged you $40 for an estimate.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The estimate was for repairs was $925.
Right.
They, in turn, gave me $300 towards the repair of the vehicle.
Okay.
Right. Now, my contention is if he had written on the estimate that the transmission was having problems, like they said at the dealership, you could have brought the car back.
First of all, let me just tell you,
Yes.
I don't see how your dealership looks you in the eye, tells you, are they denying that they told you it was a rebuilt transmission? Are they denying it now?
No, actually, I was surprised at that. I thought they would lie about it.
Okay,
But they
and-
actually admitted to me that they
had told you that.
Well, that they were told by the previous owner that
Well,
the
I
transmission
understand that. That's
was
tough for them. If
replaced.
they get you to buy something on a representation, they darn well better know that it's true.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? So I don't see how that dealership gets to sell you a car saying it's a recently rebuilt transmission, gets you to pay, what'd you pay for the car?
About $4,600.
That's a lot of money, you know,
Yeah.
$4,600, and then tells you, oh, that must have been false information we got you. But you're on your own because you had a mechanic look at it. That's ridiculous because even when you buy, first of all, you have some kind of warranty with them, don't you?
It's a used vehicle.
Right, I know.
I bought it as is.
And that's it, as is.
That's it, yes.
Even when it's an as-is sale.
Yes.
Okay? People can't lie to you. They can't give you a specific warranty like the transmission was just rebuilt, which is an impetus for you to buy something. And then it turns out it was a big fat lie because it wasn't rebuilt. By the way, do we know that it was a big fat lie? Maybe it was rebuilt poorly or something.
I don't know. That estimate to get it replaced or rebuilt was
It's from him.
Yes.
So he brings it back to you a month later. And what did you tell him when you brought it back to him a month later? It's slipping, it's giving me hesitation.
It's banging, it's not engaging. It takes a while to engage.
So then you hook it up then, again to the computer, and now it's telling you there's a transmission
He
problem.
brings it back a month later. I personally hooked my computer to it then.
And he's standing there again.
That is not
standing
true.
there.
Okay.
I personally hooked my computer to it. There were two codes in there. There was 730 and 740, which was a transmission malfunction. I also checked the car, and I felt the banging for the transmission, so I confirmed that the transmission was bad. He asked me for a written estimate, which is what I furnished him with, and then he left.
How are you going to get past the
idle
problem?
valve
How
has
are
to
you
do
going to
with
get
the
past the
engine.
problem that the first evidence you have of a transmission problem is 11/28, a month after you first bring it into him?
Oh, no, that's not the first time.
Well, that's the first time you have evidence of it.
A week later, I was having problems with the car.
Well, I mean, I got to see. Here's
I
my
went-
job.
I went through the
my
de-
job is
I
to be
went
a
through-
skeptic.
I went
and
through the dealership
you
first.
need to listen when I'm talking. My
Yes.
job is to be a
Sorry.
skeptic, and the reason why is because when people are out something, they want someone else to pay, and that's fine if someone else has to pay. He has to pay to fix your transmission because you got an estimate from him a month earlier, and he didn't say that you had a transmission problem. I'm not buying it. But all that to one side, I got to tell you, I'm a little bit surprised at the dealership saying, hey, as is, if they acknowledge that they made a misrepresentation to you. If it's a misrepresentation, you got to take this thing to somebody you're not suing. You got to take it to a different mechanic and have a different mechanic tell you what's wrong and tell you, hey, this thing wasn't rebuilt. So you need to take it to somebody and find that out, because if you have evidence from a mechanic that the dealership misrepresented to you, which caused you to buy, That's a specific warranty that's out of the as-is clause, okay? As for this gentleman, you know, I just don't know how you get around the month that passed.
He misdiagnosed the problem.
There's no misdiagnosis. Stupid. No offense to you, but it's not rocket science. You connect it to the computer, right? And the computer gives you answers, and you're standing right there, so you know it didn't say transmission. So tell me what they did wrong. I'll say that's a rhetorical question. His crystal ball wasn't working. That's what you did wrong.
Correct.
Right?
I didn't stroke the crystal ball in the right direction.
Okay, I mean, what did he do wrong? He has to have neglected something in his job in order to be liable. And there's not the fact that a month later the light is on, and there's a day when the code goes on. It doesn't go on from the day you buy it when it's brand new in 1999. It goes on at some point, and the day before that point, it wasn't on. Well, some point in this month, it went on. It wasn't on before on that very same equipment. It wasn't on before, and then it was on that day. That doesn't mean he has to pay for your transmission. Verdict for the defendant.
Thank you.
All right, so the plaintiff's coming out of the courtroom on the losing end of this verdict. Are you willing to accept now, finally, that it's just not his fault?
The problem is, on the second, when I brought the car back to him, he did not test it again. He did not put his diagnostic. He just drove it.
Judge indicated that you have an action against the dealership. You're going to go forward with this?
Well, now that I'm not dealing with the mechanic anymore, I'll definitely be going after the dealers.
You are?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, good luck. All right, head right down this way. All right. All right, so come on in here. What do you think about how this went down?
I think it went well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you think you looked in court?
I'm not quite
Being
sure.
dragged in like that.
I'm not quite sure. You know, in all fairness, I wish I could have helped him. I think I'll call Miss Cleo and see if anything else is going to go wrong with his car, like, you know, a flat tire or run out of gas or something.
Is there any chance you missed it in the diagnosis? Any chance?
I don't think so. It's not, we didn't miss it. No, there was no chance.
Okay. All right, Harvey.
Bottom line here, a repair shop doesn't guarantee that the car is going to work fine. All they have to do is a professional job in handling the car, and they're off the hook. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.